Hello, beautiful soul. Shanna here, your magical mindset coach. And today I am going to share kind of a hard truth with you. Um, and that truth is that you have to fight your way out of the darkness. No one's going to come and save you. You can't take an antidepressant and everything is magically better, although that can help, most definitely, but it's not a cure all. And you're going to have to fight your way out of that darkness. You're going to have to learn and grow and change in order to heal and in order to feel better and get back to the light. And that was a hard truth for me to learn. You know, um, I know this because for years, for decades even, I was the person who was waiting for someone to come and save them, or you know got on antidepressants and thought everything was going to magically be better. I was just going to feel better now, but that wasn't the case. And so when I was down in the darkness, deep 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 in the darkness after my mom died, and before that, my father had passed away when I was 14. Um, I was a victim of sexual assault. I had been in abusive relationships, and the man I thought I was going to marry just abruptly left and decided he didn't want to go down that road. So I was deep, deep in that darkness and ready to give up. Life was heavy. Life was really hard. I didn't want to do it anymore. And I was contemplating suicide. And I remember going to a park and just crying. I was just crying my eyes out, and I was talking to my parents like, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this. And I had a really profound spiritual experience that changed everything. The wind started gusting around me. It was not a windy day. And it was interesting. It was like I could feel God, the universe, the divine, my parents telling me not to give up, telling me that I still had lessons to learn. I was here for a reason. So that's kind of what started me on the personal development journey. I decided right then and there that I was going to figure out how to feel better. And you're going to have to do that too. You're going to have to commit to yourself. You're going to have to commit to doing what it takes to feel better, to get out of that darkness, to get out from under that heaviness of life that comes from a life of loss and trauma. Trauma and loss literally change our brains. So when you experience those things, your brain is rewired. So you really have to work at rewiring your brain, getting it to a better place so that you can get to a better place. Um, and yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you today is that you need to commit to yourself. If you truly want to get out from under the heaviness of life, get out of the darkness and back to the light, back to a life that is filled with joy and happiness and abundance, you're going to have to commit to yourself. You're going to have to crawl your way out of that darkness. And, it's not easy. Sometimes people want me to tell them that it's easy and, you're carefree all of a sudden, but that's not the case. It's not easy to fight your way out of the darkness. But do you know what's harder? Staying in that darkness day in and day out. I wouldn't change my journey one bit. I would I would not go back and not do the hard work to get myself out of that. There is no way. You couldn't pay me enough money to go back and not do anything. Because going through that darkness, fighting, clawing, learning, growing, healing, it was hard. And I had to face some hard truths, and I had to struggle sometimes. And sometimes I went 5 steps backwards and 2 steps forwards. But I wouldn't change it for the world, because now I have a beautiful daughter. I have tools that help me when life gets heavy and stressful. I don't experience sadness day in and day out like I used to. I'm not heavy anymore. I have a lightness, I have a freedom about me that I wouldn't change for the world. And I know that you can do it too. I know you can. You have the strength inside you. You have the power inside you to be your own hero. And today, I encourage you to commit to yourself and embark on your hero's journey, your hero's quest to pull yourself out of that darkness. And I am here to guide you. I want to share everything I've learned and help others get out of that darkness. You're not alone. You don't have to do this journey by yourself. I'm here. I've been there. I get it. It's hard, but you can do this. I know you can. And one of the things I started early on in my journey, I stumbled upon mindfulness and meditation. And I can't tell you how much it has changed my life. I mean, it's just, it's magical. And the science behind how it changes our brain and helps us reprogram our brain is fascinating. So I've created a course, the magic of mindfulness and meditation, to share the magic with other people and get people involved in mindfulness and meditation, because it has been a game changer. It has been a game changer. I cannot express enough how much that has helped. And it's one of the tools I've used on my journey, and it's one of the tools I still continue to use. So the course is launching June 16th in honor of my mom, who was kind of the catalyst that started this whole journey of mine. Um, and yeah, if you are interested, if you're ready to commit to yourself, start your hero's journey with me as your guide, then I invite you to sign up. I tried to keep the price reasonable. It's $97 for a 4-week class. You'll have asynchronous modules that you'll do. And then every week, we'll have a live session where you can ask questions. You can, let me know what challenges you're having. I can help you work through those and overcome them, and just kind of have some community during the week. So if you're ready to commit to yourself, if you're ready to start your hero's journey, then go to magicalmindset.com and scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you will see the magic of mindfulness and meditation there. I hope to see you there. I know you can do this. I know you're hurting now, but I promise you there's light at the end of the tunnel. You're stronger than you think, and you can do this. I'm sending you so much love, and I hope you have a wonderful day.